At the awakening point, we're all about direct experience personal growth. As Tom Campbell tells us, if it's not your experience, it's not your truth. So this week's post is all about how to turn failure into success with ease. We've broken down how Trace and I are actually doing it ourselves right now. We put pen to paper last night and poured out our hearts. So this is it, a 3-step process that manifests success from failure through an authentic heart. You ready? Let's start this process right at the beginning. Before we even get to the first step, there's a few characteristics of failure we need to clarify here. The concept of failure is information. Data can be organized into information. Intent can modify future probability, thus reorganizing the information or meaning from failure to success. We're all powering or driving our avatars in this virtual reality. It's a grand data stream that we're connected to and receiving like a constant Wi-Fi signal. The entire experience of being here is built from this data stream. So at the fundamental level of our experience, everything is data. What you and I perceive as failure is a mixed information bag of culture, trends, programming, fears and anxiety, along with a ton of other things. What's imperative here is that we realize that it's just data being organized into information. The letters of the alphabet are data. Words, sentences, and paragraphs become information as consciousness reads them and applies meaning. This is a clear and simple example of how data is organized into information. The data doesn't have meaning as such in and of itself. It requires consciousness to give it meaning. Due to our cultural programming and unconscious automated following of the herd, the manner in which we organize information into our concept of failure is usually flawed. Once we understand that data is organized into information by consciousness applying meaning, we're now empowered to modify or reorganize the meaning, what it actually means to us. We're consciousness experiencing this virtual reality, receiving the data stream of our reality and subjectively giving it meaning according to our experiences, fears, beliefs, and ego. Our intent is what powers our choices, and this is how we create our reality. This is the key to personal growth in shifting from fear-based choices to love-based choices. Our intent directly influences the probabilities of our future. We're not trapped in this world. It's not happening to us. This is not being imposed on us. This virtual reality is a learning experience simulator in which we are simultaneously creating and experiencing it in real time. Step 1. Stop everything for a moment and listen to your heart. Our emotional state is the most reliable indicator of how we're really shaping up in this specific lifetime. The first step to turning failure into success is stopping for a moment and listening to our heart. Are you feeling anger boiling up to the surface on most days? Is your mind often elsewhere when people are talking to you? Do you feel helpless, stressed, and overwhelmed at times? How often do you feel like just running away from it all or giving up? Are you often experiencing ill feelings towards others or even yourself? Do you often simply feel sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? These are all signs that we're not organizing information in such a manner that equates to what we perceive as a successful life, whatever that means to us. The fact we're not aware that we're creating this confusion is what's perpetuating the feedback loop of distraction. For those of you familiar with my big toe, A high entropy state results in little organization, thus much confusion. The more entropy is reduced, the more organized information becomes, thus clarity replaces confusion. Focus replaces distraction. Start to meditate for 20 minutes a day. Don't try to have an experience. Have no expectations whatsoever of anything. Just close your eyes, breathe deeply, and relax for 20 minutes a day. Become aware of your fears and how they drive your choices. Become aware of how these fear-based choices are creating the life you're experiencing. Be patient. It's a process that takes time. Let go of all the me stuff. This is not woo-woo shit. You need to get to know yourself for things to change, and this is how you start the ball rolling. Step 2. Bring your dream back from the future into your present reality. What may be going on with you is you've lost your way. You're clinging for dear life onto your fears, magnifying them into gigantic proportions, and are now being bullied into submission by yourself. Sound crazy? Don't freak out here, you're not alone. These out of control fear-based decisions that are creating your life will start to lose their grip as you continue meditating and getting to know yourself. Believing in yourself is not good enough here. That's just rah-rah stuff. You need to know what's going on inside. The more you become aware of your fear-based choices, the more room you start creating for love-based choices to start manifesting. This happens through your intent. As your attitude shifts from fear to love, you'll start to find yourself being more attentive to people when they speak to you. You'll start to listen more and be in the moment with them. You'll start to appreciate them for who they are and where they're at in their life journey. You won't judge them so much. You'll also notice you won't feel angry as often. It'll start dissolving away naturally. The feeling of helplessness will be replaced with a newfound urge to move freely forward with fulfillment and purpose. This is where you'll start connecting with your dreams and goals again. You know, the ones that you gave up on way a long time back. Now it's time to bring those long lost dreams of yours back to the present moment, back into focus. This is not an intellectual process. It's more of a heart or being level process. Move forward where you want to be and as who you want to become. Move with your intent. Manifest it moment by moment by making choices that are based on love and not fear. Empower yourself with knowledge of yourself. Remember, there's a profound difference between believing and knowing. Be patient with yourself and manage your expectations. Be heart-centered in all of your interactions with yourself and everyone else. There's nothing to fear. There's no need to hope for anything, and your thoughts are no longer your boss. Your heart is in charge now. So get out of your own way and just allow your flow to start moving you forward towards your dream. Let go of your beliefs, which have been part of the rise of your fears. Don't compare yourself to anyone else and resist the urge to judge your progress. Just let your dreams clarify themselves to you in real time. If you're remaining heart-centered and you stay consistent with your meditation, all of this will just happen naturally and authentically. Your struggle will turn into your flow, your current, and you'll find yourself just floating along. Step 3. Focus your intent on your milestones, not your dream. The data stream is now being organized into information via your intent that's creating your new successful life moment to moment. You as the creator and experiencer are now full of love instead of fear, and thus your choices are love-based. Such love-focused intent is now modifying future probability, and the emotional roller coaster is not as terrifying as you start to calm your farm. Your meditations are grounding you and have turned the volume of your thoughts right down. In this clarity, you're observing yourself as an empowered being manifesting your dreams in real time. It's time now to set a few milestones to keep you focused. So break down your dreams into 3 to 5 stepping stones. We'll call these milestones. The milestones should be simple. They should reside in your fringe, the outer edge of your comfort zone. They should not be completely out of your comfort zone. And the milestones should show clear and simple logic on what you need to focus on to continue flowing forward and evolving. Each milestone will contain with it inner hustle aspects as well as outer hustle aspects. Like in the above image, your milestones should show you the path forward clearly. It should not seem confusing or complex. Each milestone should seem like a natural step forward from the previous one. Although simple, do not underestimate life. You will slip and fall from time to time, and that's completely okay, so embrace it. You no longer connect with a slip, fall, or mistake representing failure. It's just data in the data stream, so keep going. With each slip, fall, and getting back up again, your experience will grow, which will adjust your knowledge with an upgrade in wisdom. Thus, failures are the stepping stones to success, and you get that now, not intellectually, but in your very soul. The truth is, you can't lose in the big picture. There is no end, only beginnings, and as you step forward to each new milestone, keep your focus on that milestone and not the next one. Remember to manage your expectations and stay grounded in humility. How to turn failure into success with ease is itself a metaphor. This entire blog post and video are full of metaphors. Metaphors to help you more easily deal with the inner and outer battles of this life. These metaphors are helping Trace and I move forward in our flow as we outgrow our own fears in the long journey of becoming love. Your power as a being is immense, too immense for the intellect to comprehend. Your power lies in your heart, not your head. How you turn failure into success is really the process of how you shift your being from being thought-centered into being heart-centered. So what's the truth then? Well, only you can live your truth. So open your heart and free yourself from what's been holding you back all this time. You are free.